Okay, nephew. So, I figure with this list, I have it sitting over here somewhere. Hang on just a moment. I'm gonna put you on a little flip thing for a sec. I have to get my thing off. You can, stay here for a second. I don't know why I didn't just start the video after I was already ready, but my OCD and ADHD have sex, and when they're done battling it out, I stress and think too much on what am I gonna say about this? Do I remember what about that? And all that shit. So I just was gonna grab this motherfucker and just go bing, 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 bing for a little while on some of it. If I can remember it, I can. If not, whatever. Who gives a fuck, right? So, talk too much about himself. Explain that in that one video. Cricket Mobile. Oh, I told you about Cricket Mobile. It's really cool. Like they have this the free program to get free phones, like the government phones. If you have like qualified for like food stamps and all that, if you qualify for that program, because I do, I had one for my business line, and if you qualify for that program, then they will pay like half your bill. So you get the $60 a month unlimited plan, and it's like $35. So, but so far I've had them a couple months. They don't seem bad at all. Service and everything like that's same as everyone else. So anyhow, so the next one is persistence is faith slash many fail 5 of 100 win. Oh, okay. So that was I can't remember exactly where a lot of this was and quote you on anything, but it was having to do with you were talking about the excitement of like succeeding. Pretty much, it's like success basically is just doing shit. If I'm gonna build a fucking flashy cool bike and I'm like a little kid or whatever, everyone's like building bikes, but they're all shit. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna make one that's fucking gonna travel in the mountains like homeboy did and made mountain bikes and shit. Like, you'll succeed if you're doing it. Cause what if the fucking earth ends? You're in your bicycle shop and all that shit. If you put too much time into that shit and you go way too far into it, think about it. Like, there's no reward for your efforts. So that will turn you off in the end and make you bitter towards the whole thing in the first place. But if shit, I forgot what the fuck I'm now thinking about bicycles and shit. Oh yeah, about the persistence and the confidence of succeeding. If the earth ends and you're like trying to build a bike, you're like 3/4 of the way there and you've been putting time and effort into it, but you've been enjoying life and family and people and, connection and shit, which is one of our purposes. Fellowship is an important part of spirituality. Organized religion recognized that from the gate, all the shit they stole from the Gnostics, or however the fuck you pronounce that word. So persistence is faith. Faith and persistence are defined the same, basically, in the real life world dictionary. Persistence, the definition of persistence, is the same definition of faith, and you know the definition of both. So association between those shouldn't be too difficult for you. The many fail, 5 of 100 win. That's based off of like studies of taking average 20-ish year old dudes with all basic same background ish growing up and all that, opportunities and whatnots and schooling and things, and seeing over time, like watch their life, and 20 years later, they're like, this is where these fools is at. That's like about five. Nowadays, maybe like more like seven will succeed as far as what they want with their happiness in life, their finances, their stability, their relationships, like their job and the work that they involve themselves with. Just overall happy out of 100. And most of them that fail is because they don't even try. Instead of making the wrong move, they instead, for one reason or another, make no move, which is totally the wrong move. So that's what about that. I don't know. There was probably more. I just want to get this out and see if it works and see if you get it and shit. So it's like their little test drop video, like in chapter 1. Confidence fuels creation. Yes, and I was saying that to you in one of my rants on the audio about confidence fueling creation. Man, I have to get, I don't know what my fucking thing is. All my shit's out. All my art, my wood art stuff, and all my crap. I need my own place. I'm so lazy about it. I don't know where I put it. I'll have soda pop. I don't know where I put my juice. Anyway, shit. Oh yeah. Like how I was rambling on in the audio rant about confidence fueling creation and like conformity kills free creation. Like confidence breeds creation. And you get confident with little poofs of it's like doing coke responsibly. Like you get that one good jolt, then every so often just little, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, fucking that's inspiring to the back of your mind, your subconscious and conscious mind, where they meet and they talk and try to interpret between each other. One's fucking this language, one's another language, but they're similar enough. And so when they're in the process of figuring that out, like things like that are like they're like looking at it like the stock market. Like, what were the adrenaline spikes on Tuesday? Like, oh, Tuesday there was a pretty decent sized one from 8 a.m. and lasted till about 12:30. Then another at 5 lasted about 20 minutes. And your brain that goes through all that shit. And so like when you do something good and you get confidence from it, you feel good at a win or an achievement, and that's why it's important to make your bed in the morning. But when you feel good about an achievement, you gain confidence, and it inspires you to know more, to learn more, to hone in on that craft, so to speak. And that's where creation comes from. I mean, I was nervous as any other gentleman growing up as a child, not knowing what sex was and learning and all that stuff and going into teenageism. Well, I was unfortunate enough to learn about all that shit at a much younger age. There's Rodney. Look how cute he looks in his Grinch things. My nephew Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Rodney says hi. So saying now? Shit. I'm losing it, slipping again through it. About confidence and creation and all of those things. Shit. Now I lost it. Oh well. It was worth it. I guess we got a little energy boost from Rodney. Something about. Damn, and I can't rewind this and look. Oh, that's gotta be. Because you fucking rewound it. I know you did. You're like, what was he talking about? Blah, 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 blah. So, fuck, shit. Donkey ass. Alright, well, it's almost 11 minutes, so we'll have about a minute to close. Adaptation skills should be embraced. It's what's next on the list, so that will be our next one, but I'm gonna send this. So, hopefully you get it and it works out. And it's at least more entertaining watching a video than it is listening to me on the audio rant. But I'll try and keep it short, which 12 minutes for me is pretty short. So I'm gonna look on a couple of these. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go like 3 in and just see, so I can be like, well, what's it about? And I'll still fuck it up and rant on and ramble on about something else instead and all that shit anyway. But it'll be fun for me. Anyway, all right, nephew. I love you. See you soon.